Everybody, the public hearing of the Committee on Labor, Employment, and Human Resource Development is hereby resumed. Noong nakaraang Miyerkules ay sinimulan na natin talakayan ang Senate Resolution number 692 na inihain ni Senator Raffy Tulfo at ang isang kaso na kaugnay nito ng kaso ng mga dating manggagawa ng Liberty Transport Corporation na ngayon ay kinakatawan ni Mr. Lilio Bueno. Nalaman natin hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa din napupunta sa pagmamayari ni na Mr. Bueno ang lupain na marapat lamang na iginawad sa kanila ng hustisya matapos nilang manalo sa labor case na inihain nila noong pa 1996. Nakita din natin kung paano naging masalimuot ang kasong ito dahil sa pagkakasangkot ng DMCI. Narinig natin ang paliwanag ng kinatawan ng DMCI, ngunit mas maraming tanong pa ang nabuo kaya't nandito tayo muli ngayon sa pag-asang maliwanagan ang mga detalye ng kaso at sa huli ay maisutupad na ang hustisya para sa mga manggagawa na kinatawan ng Ginoong Ruben. Higit sa lahat, layunin ng ating komite na sa pamamagitan ng kaso na ito, makita natin ang mga pagkukulang sa sistema upang ating naman bigyan ng solusyon sa pamamagitan ng paggawa ng batas at pagpapatupad ng mga pulisya ng ating mga kasamahan sa pamahalaan. Okay, Mr. Committee Secretary, can you please acknowledge our resource persons for today?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Invited resource persons who are present for this morning's continuation of the inquiry of the committee are the following. From the Department of Labor and Employment, Attorney Marlon de Alban, Legal Service, together with Attorney Morris Lim from the Legal Service. From the National Conciliation and Mediation Board, the OIC Director, Kim Roque Aquino. From the National Labor Relations Commission, Commissioner Hernan Nicdao. From the Taguig City Register of Deeds, Attorney Cedfrey Garcia, the Acting Register of Deeds. From the employers groups, the DMCA Project Developers Incorporated, Mr. Alfredo Austria, the President. Together with the Vice President, Attorney Roel Pasio. Attorney Barcilio Gascon Jr., the Corporate Counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Also Attorney Reynaldo San Gabriel. From the Philippine Stock Exchange, Attorney Veronica V. Del Rosario, the General Counsel. From the People's Management Association of the Philippines, Attorney Carmelo Aguilar, General Counsel. From the Bukluran ng Manggagawang Pilipino, Mr. Domingo Mole, Chairperson. Mr. Lilio Bueno, the complainant. Together with Attorney Regan Capuno, Private Counsel, assisted by Attorney Gregorio Bilog IV, Private Counsel, and also Attorney Juan Paulo Amador, Private Counsel. That is all, Your Honor.
Thank you, our Committee Secretary. I will just suspend the hearing for 5 minutes to wait for the presence of our colleagues, Senator Raffy Tulfo and Senator Chis Escudero. Hearing suspended for 5 minutes. Hearing. Anybody of you who wishes to make an opening statement? Complainant, Mr. Rubueno, nung nakaraan linggo, hindi kayata nabigyan ng pagkakataon makapagsalita. Gusto niyo bang magsalita ngayon tungkol sa kaso? Okay, sige.
Marami po sana akong gustong sabihin tungkol sa kaso.
Sige po, umpisan niyo po.
Kasi po, ang kaso namin ay nagsimula pa po siya noong September 1996. Almost make it 26 years na. Nagsimula po ito sa labor case. Nanalo kami sa labor. Naakyat
Labor
sa
arbiter.
NLRC.
Nanalo ho kayo sa
Kaso po.
NLRC.
Tapos inakyat po ito sa Court of Appeals. Nagkaroon po kami ng sa Land Registration Authority, kaso puro po namin na ipanalo yun. Hanggang sa dumating sa Supreme Court, panalo pa rin kami. So sa napakatagal po ng aming kaso, tatlo po sa aming kasamahan ang namatay na.
Ilan ang namatay na?
Tatlo po yung namatay na, si Mr. Eduardo Donsol, si Elmore Mabatan, at saka si Jose Balde. Sa tagal po ng aming paghintay, kung saan kami napunta sa Register of Deeds, nung gusto namin implement na yung panalo namin, na malipat na sa amin ang pangalan doon sa titulo, wala po kaming napala hanggang na nabaliwala na po siya. Hindi na namin malaman kung ano pang gagawin namin. Sa tagal-tagal po ng aming kaso na yun. Mula labor hanggang Supreme Court na ipanalo po namin. Pero hanggang ngayon po, wala po kaming napapalang
Okay, before that, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Raffy Tulfo. Pagpatuloy niyo po.
Kaya ngayon po, gusto ko po sanang mabigyan ito ng pansin ng mga kinauukulan na yung pagiging delaying tactics ng mga malalaking kumpanya.
Sino
Nangyayari
po
at
pinapatukuyan ninyo?
hindi po kami
Sino po pinapatukuyan ninyo malalaking kumpanya? Ang DMCI?
opo.
Hmm.
Nagtala po kami sa kanila noong June 1 ng 2015. Kikiusap kami na magkaroon na lang ng amicable settlement. Hindi po kami pinansin. Nagpadala po kami ng sulat, pumunta kami sa opisina nila, pero hindi po kami in-entertain. Hanggang pinaghintay lang po kami, hanggang sa inabot ng uwian na.
Ilang beses po kayo nagpunta sa DMCI at hindi kayo pinansin?
Po.
Ilang beses kayo nagpunta sa DMCI?
Tatandaan ko po 3 beses.
3 beses lang sa loob ng ilang taon?
Mga 2016, 2015, ganun. Taon na yon.
Wala ho kayo nakausap?
Meron po kaming nakausap doon na yung abogado nila, si Attorney Gascon. Pero pinaghintay lang po kami doon sa isang kwarto na hintay-hintay lang kayo at meron akong kumbaga inaasikaso inaano. Pero ang inabot kami ng alas 5 ng hapon, wala na, nag-uuwian na. Wala na po kaming magawa kundi umuwi na rin. Sa katunayan po, may sulat po kami noon. Pwede ko bang ipakita ito? Yung
Francis, direction mo, nasagutin mo lang si San.
sulat. Your Honor, may sulat po ako dito. Papakita ko sa inyo. Sulat po namin sa Presidente.
Presidente,
MCI.
okay.
Noong June 13, 2015. Your Honor.
Kunin mo yung sulat.
Pirmado mo kami.
Original ho yan?
Parang copy na rin. Kasi yung original po.
Ito sulat nyo sa Presidente ng DMCI. Meron ho silang, sinagot ba ang sulat ninyo?
Hindi po.
Hindi kayo sinagot. Ito sulat nito. Okay. Meron pa ho kayo yung sasabihin pa?
Wala na po.
Okay. Attorney Gascon, narinig niyo yung mga pahayag ni Ginong Rebueno? Meron ka bang nais sabihin?
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. We acknowledge that not only that the group of these are group of workers, Your Honor. It is not only Mr. Bueno who compromised these workers, where in fact the other workers, which is the main complainant, Ms. Nelia Bernadas, are here. And I think Mr. Bueno is not, I'm sorry to say, but he is not truthful to what he is narrating about.
How did you say that he is not truthful?
Your Honor,
No, you don't raise your hand, okay? Because you're not included in the resource person.
Your Honor, they went to the office. They're asking us to be compensated. They want to get the what you call this their award from the labor. Unfortunately, they're saying that that we have to pay them. But unfortunately, Your Honor, in their various pleadings, they are not the only one claiming in the MCI because there are other parties who are already stating, coming to the MCI, not only them, that they said that they already sold their rights to the case. And during the time, Honor, it is not only one party, but only various parties, Your Honor. And we talked to them. They said that if we want to settle you, we have to settle also we have to call the other parties that allegedly that you sold your rights. So is it like this, Your Honor, that various groups are already coming to the MCI stating among others that they are already the owners? We conveyed to them that in order to avoid any suits or any conflicts anymore, Your Honor, we asked them that all parties should come together and we go to the labor arbiter to settle once and for all their claim. Because we told to them it is unfair to the MCI. We will going to fee you, and then here comes another group of parties who will going against us. So we asked them if in case we convey to them that we're really willing to settle with them, but we are asking them that we settle in front of the labor arbiter, Your Honor. So, but since they don't want to do that, we cannot settle with them, Your Honor, during that time.
All right. Senator Tulfo, you may wish to have an opening
Would you,
statement or
Mr. Chair,
continue asking
it's not for
questions?
you to tell us here that he's lying. Kasi kayo naman dyan sa DMCA, marami rin kayong kasinungalingan. As a matter of fact, during the last hearing, I already warned you na magsabing totoo dahil yung patay binuhay mo. In fact, dapat ma-disbar ka nga as far as I'm concerned. Alam mo na doon sa sinumpaan mong dokumento na para ikaw ay makapag-notarize, dapat nandoon yung tao, present. Pero pumirma ka pa rin kahit na hindi present yung tao doon. So doon pa lang ikaw ang nagsinungaling, ikaw ang sinungaling, not that gentleman there. So before accusing that gentleman as a liar, look in the mirror. Because ikaw, very glaring yung violation mo, nagsinungaling ka, pinirmahan mo doon na nasa harap ko yung nagpapanotarize ng dokumento when in fact, those two persons were not there. So you're the liar, not him. You understand? Okay. Now, my question, Mr. Chair, is for the President. Is he here? President of the MCI? Are you the President and CEO? Of which department?
Ano ba?
Mr. Austria, sir,
Yes.
Presidente
Opo.
po kayo ng buong TMCI Corporation Company or certain
Sa DMCI Project Developers Incorporated. Yun po yun.
project? Ang pinapatawag ata dito yung overall President CEO ng TMCI, Mr. Chair. Bakit ang pinadala sa atin yung developer? Project developer.
Where is the owner of the MCI? Di ba yun ang pinasupina natin, pinatawag natin? Okay, you take your oath. Oath na.
Sige.
Comsec, please administer the oath.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before this committee investigation of the Committee on Labor? Please take your seat.
Are you privy to all transactions regarding the MCI?
Not all, but
What do
most
you mean not all?
transactions. Most transactions, not
Because if you cannot answer in behalf of the MCI, I'll let you out here. Let you go out here. Are you willing to speak for and in behalf of the MCI?
yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Kasi ang ibig sabihin lang po ni Mr. Chair, baka sabihin mamaya, ka-hire lang po sa akin 2 months ago or 2 years ago, hindi pa po ako presidente niyan. So we don't want to have that kind of answer from you. So how long have you been working with the MCI, Mr. Austria?
Since 1990, well, since 1999, 90.
That's good enough for me. Okay, 90s, because that's how it all started. Now, since you're the president of the MCI project developers, that was your position from the very beginning, right?
No,
Or you rose from the ranks?
I was.
What was your
managing-
position back in the 90s with the
I
MCI?
was initially managing director, but then,
Managing director. What do you do as managing director?
well, it's almost the same as being president,
Yeah,
actually.
tell us, what does a managing director do?
I was,
What are your responsibilities?
well, I was directing all of the operations of the company. I was reporting to our CEO back then, no?
So when you say operations, day-to-day operations, that would include anything that concerns litigations, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay, good. So, you were aware from the get-go that there is a litigation case involving the sale of this property we're talking about now. It's in the courts, right?
I was made aware, a few years ago, but initially, I was not aware of it.
Okay, after you've been made aware, like you said, then what did you do?
I was aware, just, I think 2 years ago or something, you know, but, because we
2
have.
years
other
ago?
people-
I thought
Yeah.
you said you were with DMZI
Correct,
since 1999 or
yeah,
something,
yes.
right?
But
So
since-
you mean to say na you were just made aware 2 years ago?
Yes, Your
after
Honor. Yes,
The
Your
claims were
Honor.
already brought to court? Dapat before it was brought to court, you were aware sa lahat ng day-to-day operation because you're the operations president. Ikaw na mismo
Correct.
nagsabi, day-to-day operation, alam mo dapat yan, and then you report to your higher up. And who's that higher up that you report to?
I report to the board, Your
To
Honor.
the boards, okay. And then you give sound advice to the board kung ano yung action that should be taken
Yes, Your
after
Honor.
you receive all this information below, tama, on the ground. Now, ulitin ko ang tanong ko, nalaman niyo po na may problema yung lupa. Okay, it's on litigation, it's under litigation. Ano pong ginawa niyo? Wala
Nalaman-
kayong ginawang, hindi niyo po kinausap yung board, hindi niyo kinausap yung mga concerned mga department, units, and people para sabihin, hey, mukhang delikado tayo ito, mainit to. Diba? And then bring up to the board kung ano yung maging decision ng pangkalahatan ng nakarami, majority.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, I learned about this. I was made aware of this case not too long ago. No, because we have plenty of, I don't know. Well, we are dealing with so many details in the company. No, and I think,
Define so many details.
well,
So ibig sabihin, itong kasong ito, maliit lang na kasama to sa so many details and then hindi bibigyan importance ito. We're
importante
talking
po.
about billions and billions of worth of projects and hindi mo mabibigyan attention to, hindi to nakakuha
Hindi po.
ng
It's not-
attention mo.
Hindi po ganon. Importante ho ito dahil sa amin po, very important yung being fair to all people
Yes,
we're
sir.
dealing with. No?
Okay.
It's only in the sense na normally, pagka hindi kaya ng mga department heads or division heads, yung mga hinahandle nilang trabaho, saka umaakyat po sa akin. Pero
Okay.
hindi ho lahat nung tasks, no? Nakakarating po sa akin.
Okay. So nung makarating sa iyong kaso, ano pong ginawa niya? But before that, paano ipinarating sa iyo yung kaso? How was it explained to you? And who did the explanation?
Actually, ano po nung nalaman ko lang ito nung recently lang po nung last year. Last year, meron ng kaso and wala
Last
na
year?
po.
Okay, last year nalaman na may kaso. And he was the one who told you about the case, right? And then, ano po, paano niya nasabi sa inyo? How was it explained to you?
Si attorney, yung hindi ko si attorney Gascon, si attorney Pasio, siya yung head ng legal
I
department
know,
po namin.
I
Siya
know.
po yung
Kaya nga, I want it from your own mouth, from your
Yes.
own words.
Yes.
Paano nila ipiniliwanag sa inyo yung problema? Paano nila sinabi? Paano ang pagkasabi sa inyo?
Well, sabi po nila na may kaso and they are talking with the parties involved, no? And na-settle naman daw nila yung yung kaso.
Na-settle?
Opo.
Define settle, na-settle
Well,
na.
Initially nung 2009, no, kinuwento nila sa akin noong 2009,
Na-settle na?
sinettle nila
Let me
yung
cut you
kaso.
off. Sabi niya,
How was it settled? With the permission of Senator
Go
Tulfo.
ahead.
How was it settled? If it
Binayaran po
if
yung
it was already settled, how come they're still here and complaining?
Opo,
Oh.
according to our
According to who?
lawyers po,
Oh,
binayaran po sila nung hinihingi nilang amount.
sino nagbayad?
Ang DMCI po. DMCI.
Pera ng DMCI?
Opo.
Oh. Kung binayaran sila, why are they still complaining?
Yun nga po ang hindi namin maintindihan.
Hindi ba kayo in-inform ni Atty. Gascon tungkol sa kasong to? Him being the legal counsel of the MCI? And you only knew it last year? And
Opo.
this case has been ongoing since 1996. And you were employed by the MCI in 1999.
Yes.
Should have briefed you regarding this case. Oh. Tapos ngayon, wala kang
Well, ang ano lang, I think the reason why hindi nila ako in-inform about it kasi po in their minds, na-settle na yung case po.
in their
nagbayad-
minds.
Oo, nagbayad.
How much did you pay them? How much did you settle dito sa mga complainants?
1.9 million po. Way
One
back
point-
in 2009.
1.9
Opo.
billion?
Yes. po.
Million.
1.9 million.
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 Who were the beneficiaries? Why do you have to
Workers
ask
po.
your lawyer about it?
The
Akala ko
workers
may
po.
alam ka dyan.
The workers po ang nabayaran po. ng
Sige, I
2000.
will go to you after that. Sige, Senator Rafi, you may.
okay, let me go back to Mr. Rebueno. Okay, Mr. Rebueno, sabi mo sa akin kanina, dito, hindi kayo pinapansin. If he's telling the truth, then mukhang may pagkukulang doon sa statement mo. Nasabi mo, hindi ka pinapansin. Sabi niya, pinansin kanila by way of kayong mga complainant nakipag-settle. Totoo ba what year was that, Mr. Austria?
2009 po.
2009, nakipagkita kayo sa kanila at nagbigay sila ng 1.9 million. And saan po nangyari ito?
Sa office po ng DMCI Homes. Sa
which
office ng
office?
DMCI po.
Which office is
Sa
this?
Bangkal po, sa Makati.
Bangkal, Makati. And do you have the month, date? Okay. Anyway, Mr. Rubueno or Attorney Capuno, since you're the lawyer,
Thank you, Your Honor. I think, Your Honor, the settlement being mentioned by the president of DMCI back in 2009, this pertains to the deed of redemption of real property, where they claim to have paid the laborers 1.9 million. This was the subject, Your Honor, of the query, the previous hearing, where there was a falsified document forged a party, Marikit, who died already. That was notarized by the council of the MCI, Your Honor. I think that's the settlement they are mentioning back in 2009. We're not aware, Your Honor, how they paid it, but we're just basing it on the facts narrated by the Supreme Court in their decision.
How did you settle them? No. It's Mr. Austria.
Binayaran po sila ng cash po.
Is it true na binayaran kayo ng 1.9 M o B? Billion.
Million.
Million.
Million po.
Oh.
Wala pong totoo yan. Hindi po totoo yan.
Wala kayo natanggap ng
Wala
1.9
po
million.
katotohanan yan.
Meron ba kayo kasulutan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Meron kayo
That's why
resibo na pumirma sila ng 1.9
the
million?
other workers are here, Your Honor. They could testify all that.
The other workers?
Yes, Your Honor.
And si Mr. Lillo, he keeps on denying it.
Your Honor, in the title of the case, there are,
No. Nabigyan niyo ba si Mr. Lillo ng kanyang share?
he was there, Your Honor.
Ba't nakatanggap ba siya?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nakatanggap po kayo?
Wala po akong naratanggap na galing sa DMCI.
Can you please present your evidence if Mr. Lillo Rebueno received or admitted to the settlement that you're telling us?
Your Honor, during that time, there are the documents that when we paid them, it is a collective, Your Honor.
No, I am asking you kung nakatanggap ng pera ito si Rebueno galing sa inyo.
Yeah, we presume, Your Honor, because
Presume.
there should
Okay.
be the redemption, Your Honor.
Listen, Mr. De Gascon, you're an attorney, right? And you should know better. Pag may mga transaksyon na tungkol sa isang kaso na gusto nyong ina-actionan nyo, bigyan solusyon, that should be documented. Kumare nga, dapat may video pa at may mga pirmahan, may mga quit claim, etc., etc. Meron ba yon?
That's why, Your Honor, that
Show it to us here. Na back in 2009, o baka yan yung pineke na naman, yung buhay, ginawang patay.
that's why,
May
Your Honor,
patay.
this is the document that we asked them to say, and then they, after 1 year, Your Honor, they're questioning it. After that, we asked them to sign it together with their counsel during that time, and then after 1 year, Your Honor, after we paid them all this one, that's the case where that's after this one, the question.
Kaya nga you're an attorney, right? Kung nasa korte tayo, pagagalitan ka ng judge, sira na agad yung credibility ng dokumentong yan just because meron diyang pumirma na patay na. Pagagalitan ka ng judge, you know better, you're a lawyer. Giba na agad yung credibility ng dokumentong yan, regardless. Hindi natatanggapin yan. Kasi kasinungalingan fraudulent, involved yan sa dokumentong yan. So, who would believe that? And it will not be accepted as evidence sa korte.
why did you sign a public document or notarize a document knowing fully well that some of these workers has already passed away?
Your Honor,
Lagi mong sinasabi last hearing, you did it in good faith, but that was not in good
yeah,
faith.
Your Honor, during the time, I already explained it last hearing, Your Honor. When, last hearing, I already explained why did I sign this document, Your Honor.
Because, okay, I'll cut you short ha. You signed it, ang nakalagay doon, personally appeared before me. Pero yung dalawa, they did not personally appear before you kasi patay na eh.
yes, Your Honor.
But you have to sign it, knowing fully well that these two has already passed away.
Again, Your Honor, that's why in my notarial register and notarial book, where in fact that book, Your Honor, was reported to the what you call this, Your Honor, to the notarial section of the city of Makati. I clearly indicate in there, in that document, that these two person did not appear to me.
Hindi, si Attorney Capuno, can you please shed light doon sa sinabi ng 1.9 million na binayaran dito sa mga workers?
Your Honor, I apologize to the committee. We're not yet the council at that time, Your Honor, back in 2009. We're only aware of this copy of deed and or certificate of redemption of real property, which is a subject of the discussion of the Supreme Court in their decision, Your Honor. And in the said acknowledgement portion of the said document, it only stated here, see attached ID. It says here, if I may quote, before me, a notary public for and above the jurisdiction, this 29, 2009 at Makati City, personally appeared, and then see attached ID. That is the only note in the acknowledgement portion of the deed, Your Honor. To that extent, Your Honor, that is only our personal knowledge.
All right,
Not yet the
thank you,
council at
Attorney.
the time.
Okay, Mr. Austria, sinabi mo you settled the workers in the amount of 1.9 million. Am I correct? Is that what I heard from you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Paano naging hatian?
Ano naghatian po?
Paano naging hatian doon sa mga workers? How much did each worker receive out of this 1.9 million
I'm not
that
personally
you
aware.
settled, that you allegedly settled?
I'm not personally aware po, but I presume na it was equally divided among them, among the workers.
Attorney Gascon, pwede mo ba sagutin yung tanong ko?
Yes, Your Honor.
Magkano naging hatian bawat manggagawa doon
During
sa 1.9
During that time, Your Honor, I have no personal knowledge how they were going to divide it because the one that we are paid is all the claims, Your Honor, as the awarded by the NLRC, Your Honor.
Okay, who gave the 1.9 million?
I'm the one who gave it, Your Honor, to their
Kanino?
counsel, to their counsel in the presence of the complainants, Your Honor.
Sino yung counsel ng complainants?
During that time, Your Honor, he was represented by Villamor Mostrales, Your Honor. And we're Villamor Mostrales, Your Honor.
Villamor?
Mostrales, Your Honor.
The first name is Villamor?
Yes, Your Honor.
You gave the 1.9 million to them, to him.
Yes, Your Honor, with the presence of the other workers, Your Honor.
How many workers were present?
During that time, there are 6.
6, including Rebueno.
Yes, Your Honor, he was there.
But he did not receive any amount.
With regard how they receive it or how they will divide it, I don't know, Your Honor. Where in fact, Your Honor, the other workers are here.
Okay, binigay mo yung 1.9 million kay dun sa council nila. Hiningan mo ng resibo.
We didn't ask receipt, Your Honor, because the documents, as I have said before, all the documents that the receipt that the documents that they signed is as the receipt that is all our proof, Your Honor.
Kasi I would tend to believe Mr. Rebueno dahil sinabi niya wala siya natatanggap. E di, ikaw rin, wala kang proof na tumanggap itong si Mr. Rebueno ng kanyang share out of the 1.9 million.
It's the deed of, again, Your Honor, that our only proof is the one that they signed, that which after 1 year that they questioning. Where in fact, Your Honor, if the committee of the chair, what you call this, allow, the other complainants can testify on it.
Wait, before that, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Chis Escudero.
Pwede makasingit, Mr. Chair.
Senator Rafi,
Okay. Di ba pag may mga settlement tulad niyan, merong litigation doon sa lupang pinag-usapan natin ngayon, property. At sabi mo po, Mr. Austria, you were made aware just 2 years ago. Pero wala ka pa pala. Pero nandun ka na sa, sa DMCI, right?
I was in DMCI.
Pag merong mga desisyon ng settlement,
Opo.
ano dapat ang nangyari bago magkaroon ng settlement? Mr. Attorney Gascon, you can answer.
Pinagpapaalam po nila sa
Sa
duly authorized
And
persons.
who are these duly authorized persons para bigyan ng green light ang settlement?
In that particular case po, ang nagpapaalam po sila
Kanino silang papaalam po?
sa treasurer po namin, who is also a
Okay.
member of the board.
Bukod sa treasurer, kanino pa po? Dapat
Mainly doon sa treasurer po namin. Siya po ay member
treasurer
of the board.
lang?
Siya po ay member of the board also.
So isa lang. Ilan ba ang members of the board?
Right now, I think there are 9.
9.
Opo.
Di ba karapat dapat lang lahat ng members ng board ay mapagsabihan at dapat magkaroon ng botohan at board resolution para aprubahan yung magaganap na settlement. So meron bang board resolution na naganap?
Hindi po kasi
Na lumabas?
ang board resolution po is authorizing our treasurer to handle such issues.
Kaya nga, so
Ano
meron
po
bang
yung
board
issue?
resolution authorizing the treasurer to handle that settlement of 1.9 million?
Wala po. Maliit lang po
Oh.
kasi yung amount kaya hindi po kailangan ng board
Maliit
resolution.
lang pero malaking kaso ito.
Opo, pero yung board
So ibig
resolution po,
sabihin, so hanggang saan ba yung malaki sa inyo na para malaman magkaroon ng resolution? Hanggang saan ba yung maliit? Define maliit and define is malaki sa terms po ninyo dyan sa DMCI. How do you treat cases as maliit and as malaki?
meron pong in our company, just like any other companies, no, merong levels of authorization po.
Pero may kaso to sa korte eh. Di ba?
Yes.
And the board must have known it. That there is an ongoing case and this case is being settled right here, right now. Dapat man lang, hindi na bypass itong board. Sinabi sa board na, okay, magsisettle na tayo. We're gonna take off the monkey off your backs. Ayusin na namin to. You inform the board and then the board will pass a resolution allowing that settlement to happen.
Yes.
Oh,
So a lot of cases hindi na po dumarating sa
well
board.
then,
Kasi
may mga
po-
lapses kayo dito. May mga problema talaga kayo.
Kasi po,
Gumagawa kayo sa
depending
inyong
on the
story.
ano
Ito
po,
pala si Mr.
depending on
Gascon.
the gravity.
Hindi lang pala ito, marunong magbuhay ng patay. Magikero din pala ito. Diba? Dito, marami po kayong mga pagkukulang. Hindi po nasunod yung mga protocol. Kaya naakyat sa korte yung kaso. Kasi kung nasunod yung proseso, hindi na kailangan nila umakyat sa korte. Attorney Attorney Capuno, bakit inakyat ang kaso sa Supreme Court kung nasettle na as what they said, yung 1.9 million?
Your Honor, because of the unfavorable decisions of the labor arbiter nullifying their deed of redemption, that is the falsified document, Your Honor. The labor arbiter nullified it and ordered the cancellation of the TCT under the name of Tagigland, now under the MCI, ordering the issuance of a new title in the name of the laborer. So DMCI elevated it to the NLRC. The NLRC affirmed the decision of the labor arbiter. The MCI elevated it to the Court of Appeals. The Court of Appeals also affirmed the two decisions of the arbiter and the NLRC, and then they brought it up to the Supreme Court, Your Honor.
Ito nyo yan? NLRC, CA, and then hanggang Supreme Court, meron desisyon in favor of the complainant. Antitigas pa rin ang ulo ninyo, ayaw nyo pa rin maniwala. Ano bang kailangan nyo? Kailangan iakyat pa kay Hesus Kristo. Kataas-taasan na yung Supreme Court. Ayaw nyo pa rin maniwala. Go ahead, Mr. Austria. You're the president. You might want to answer it.
I was informed po na when we got the order from the Supreme Court, then we settled with the workers po.
You did settle with the workers? Then why are they here if you offer a
So
settlement with
there
them?
are 6 workers involved po, no? And 5 of them, no, we have been able to settle with.
Okay. Attorney Capuno, since ikaw ang abogado sa isang natitirang complainant, so is it true nakipag-settle sa ibang complainant, and bakit itong si Mr. Bueno hindi kasama sa settlement?
Your Honor, when the Supreme Court decision on the third division was issued, which later on became final and executory, the laborers filed the writ of execution before the labor arbiter, Kapinig, where the case was or is currently pending, Your Honor. We were also surprised, Your Honor, to learn that DMCI was able to talk to the 5 laborers, Your Honor. At that time, we are representing them, the laborers, but we were not informed that DMCI talked to them to straightly, directly to the laborers involved, and we were only made known about their settlement when they filed a motion for the approval of the compromise agreement before the labor arbiter, Your Honor. Mr. Ribueno was not part of that settlement, Your Honor. We were surprised. We were caught in surprise, Your Honor, to learn that DMCI went directly to the laborers for the settlement, Your Honor.
Ano ba ibig sabihin mo, they went directly to the workers? Ibig sabihin, pinayaran DMCI?
Usually, Your Honor, in a case pending before any agency or tribunal, when there are talks about settlement, the usual practice is for the lawyer to talk to another lawyer representing the laborers. That's the usual practice, Your Honor. But in this case, Your Honor, we were surprised that they went directly to the laborers.
So
Your Honor.
again, di nasunod yung protocol. So talagang mahilig kayong gumamit ng guerrilla tactics dyan sa DMCI. So dapat lawyer to lawyer, alam mo yan, bilang isang abogado, bilang respeto sa kapwa mga abogado. Diba? Dapat inimpormahan mo yung abogado nila na, okay, Panyero, yung 4 mong kliyente, makikipag-settle sa amin, gusto bang sumama para mag-witness, etc., etc. Hindi mo ginawa. Talaga mahilig kang, talagang madidisbar ka na din di oras ito.
No, Your Honor. When this case when the Supreme Court already issued a resolution in first division that there is that the workers are entitled to 1/3 of the property, Your Honor. Their lawyer, Attorney Arellano, which is their main counsel, Your Honor, came to us and wrote a letter to us, Your Honor. We keep on saying, Your Honor, that we cannot talk to you because under the the workers as presented to us are the counsel are still the Attorney Capulong or the Sigon Reyna, Your Honor. Because of that, Your Honor, we asked the during the recently, Your Honor, we were very confused, Your Honor, who are the counsel of the workers, because as per Sigon Reyna or Attorney Capulong, they're saying that they are the lawyer of the
Okay,
complainant.
wait a minute. So, nung nakausap niyo yung 4 para aregluhin, kausapin, okay? Present ba yung mga lawyers nila?
It's attorney, Your Honor. We don't want to talk to them first, Your Honor, because as far as them,
Hindi nga. Kaya nga, nung sabi mo, nag-offer ka ng settlement, kinausap niyo po yung 4 na complainants na mga kasama ni Mr. Bueno.
yes, Your Honor, the
So,
lawyer is present, Your Honor.
Informan niyo muna yung lawyers nila,
Yes, Your Honor.
representing them.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you did make sure na yung lawyer na yon talagang legally
Yes, Your Honor.
representative.
Yes, Your Honor, because in the labor in the presence of
Gusto ko lang tanong mo lang, yes or no?
yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Capuno. So,
Honor.
ang sinasabi niya, hindi raw ikaw ang lawyers nung apat.
Your Honor, in that regard, if you'd like to comment on that, that there are certain inconsistencies already on the statement of the counsel because they said that they do not know who actually represents the complainants, and yet they proceeded on the settlement with the complainants and acknowledging a certain representation as their counsel, Your Honor. Where in fact, before there was a conference held before labor arbiter Kapinig, where the parties were asked who their counsel was, and three of them identified this representation, our law office, as their counsel, Your Honor. And yet they proceeded with the settlement without the assistance of this representation, Your Honor.
Attorney Gascon, would you like to react?
Your Honor, because there are two councils are representing the council, and so that's why the labor arbiter on September 14, Your Honor, called a hearing, Your Honor, in order for to confirm who are the co-counsel of the complainant, Your Honor. And during that hearing, Your Honor, the what you call this, the workers manifested with the labor arbiter that Attorney Arellano is the real counsel, Your Honor, not the Attorney Capuno. And because of that, Your Honor, those who are represented by Attorney Arellano, they're the one that we settled, Your Honor.
Attorney Capuno?
Your Honor, there was, Mr. Rebueno could confirm this, that they even reached out to Mr. Rebueno for settlement without the knowledge of his counsel, Your Honor. If Mr. Rebueno could be allowed to speak, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Bueno.
Your Honor, ang kaso po namin noon, simula, noong September 1996. Noong November 8, 2008, natuklasan po namin na niloko kami ng Lawin law firm. Sapagkat ibinenta po nila yung 3 unit ng bus sa halagang 1 million. Kaya nandito po yun siya.
Sino po nanloko sa inyo, sir?
Ang ano po doon, nagbenta si Mostrales, si Villamor Mostrales, na tauhan po ng Arellano Law Office.
Oh, okay.
Ngayon po, nung matuklasan po namin yon, na ito pala ay binenta noong 2004, December 6.
So, ibig sabihin,
2004.
tirador itong
Ito
ano nyo?
po yung ano, gamit
Yung
po yung
abogado
aming
nyo.
mga
Ano pangalan ng law firm?
Arellano Law Office po. Tauhan po ito si Villamor Mostrales.
Okay.
Nung matuklasan po namin na ito ay nagbenta noong 2008, hindi na po namin siya kinuha abogado sapagkat gumagawa po siya ng mga pagkilos na hindi namin alam. Kagaya po nito na ibinenta nung natuklasan namin 2008 na. So nawalan po kami ng tiwala sa Arellano Law Office. Sa katunayan po, nung mag-file ang DMCI ng third-party claim noong February 15, 2007, ang sumagot po noon nung motion to dismiss, si Attorney Mendoza na ang sumagot. Hindi na po namin kinuha ang Arellano Law Office sapagkat nawalan nga po kami ng tiwala at hindi na namin sila inintindi pa.
Yun naman pala, Mr.
Noong ano po, noong 2000,
Yun naman pala, Attorney Gascon. Niloko sila. Manluloko yung kanilang abogado kaya tinanggal na nila. Kumuha na sila ng ibang abogado. So, hindi ba kayo gumawa ng pag-check, due diligence to make sure na yun talaga pa rin ang abogado at hindi itong abogado na sa halip tulungan sila, lulukuhay pa sila?
Your Honor, during that time in previous years, they keep on coming to our office, and then still the Arellano Law Office are still representing them. during that time.
Pero, no, very,
Even also, Your Honor, in
even
before,
after 2008,
yes, Your Honor.
when was the last time that the law firm, Arellano law firm, represented them, that you saw these people in your office representing?
Where in
Mr.
fact he is
Rebueno
also
et al.
there, Your Honor,
Huh?
and he was also there, and where in fact there is a picture, Your Honor, that they're together with the group of the attorney Arellano, Your Honor.
Kaya nga, anong date nga po ito?
It's since 2008, 2009, 2000 until 2022, Your Honor, he was there.
The Arellano law
Yes, Your
firm
Honor, and we're in factoring in the
Was still
labor.
there?
Yes, Your Honor.
accompanying the complainant,
Yes, Your Honor.
including Mr. Rebueno?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rebueno, sir. Kasi kung totoo yung sinasabi mo, Mr. Rebueno, na niloko kayo noong 2008 dahil binenta nga yung lupa at sinibak nyo na yung kanilang serbisyo, sinibak nyo na sila sa pagiging abogado ninyo, bakit, kung totoo itong sinasabi ni Atty. Gascon, bakit nakipagkita pa rin kayo sa kanila up to 2020? Mr. Atty. Gascon, up to what year?
Up to 2020, during the pandemic, Your Honor, they're
Okay.
still coming to our office.
2020 at pupunta pa raw kayo sa opisina kasama itong si Atty. Arellano. O di ko kayo mag-react, Mr. Bueno.
Hindi na po namin talaga abogado ang lawin.
Hindi nga po, kung hindi nyo na po abogado,
Marami po.
nagigipatas na po ako rito sa RAP. Kung hindi nyo na nga po abogado, sinibak nyo na nga po sila dahil manluloko nga itong Arellano law firm, sabi nyo po, then dapat hindi nyo na po sila kinakausap at hindi na po kayo sumasama-sama sa kanila. Binanggit pa ho nitong si Atty. Gascon, up to 2020, pumupunta kayo sa tanggapan ng
DMCI, Your Honor.
DMCI and kasama itong si Arellano.
Ay, hindi po namin kinukuha na talaga kahit sa ang hearing. Hanggang sa LRA, hindi po namin kinuha na yon. Pinutol lang nga po namin yung komunikasyon sa
Pero,
kanila sapagkat
uh,
naintindihan po namin na
with information of
niloloko kami.
Ginoong Lilyo, ang sinasabi ni Atty. Gascon, ang sinasabi nyo, pinutol nyo na ang inyong relasyon dun sa abogado no 2008. Pero lagi pa raw kayo pupunta sa opisina ng DMCI hanggang 2020.
O totoo yan.
At meron daw silang
Minsan napunta kami doon.
Can I show the picture that he was in the office of Attorney Arellano recently?
How recent is that?
Present month, Your Honor, I think last month. Only this month, Your Honor, September.
Nung nakaraang buwan daw, nandun kayo sa
Yes,
opisina
sir,
ni
Your
Atty. Arellano. Attorney Villamor.
Atty. Capuno, you might want to help.
Your Honor, I
Ayan.
think that recent photo pertains to the recent attempt to settle and compromise with the laborers, where the MCI went directly to the laborers, Your Honor. I think that's the instance the council was saying, Your Honor.
Mr. Bueno, totoo ba na nandun kayo sa opisina ng DMCI nitong buwan na ito o nakaraang buwan?
Nakaraang totoo po yun. Inaakit po ako na
Sino po nag-imbita sa inyo?
mga
Sino po
kasama ko
nagpatawag sa inyo? Kusang loob ba kayo pumunta sa kanila o meron po tumawag sa inyo para pumunta na sa opisina ng
yung
DMCI?
samahan ko po sa kaso.
Sino po yung kasamahan nyo sa kaso? Kala ko kayo nalang nag-isa.
Inibitahan po kami na di umano ay ibibenta yung lupa namin.
So inamin mo na nandun kayo sa opisina ng DMCI. Ano ang naging areglo ninyo? Ang naging usapan ninyo?
Ang usapan, kinukumbinsi po ako
Na
na pumirma na ibenta namin sa DMCI ang lupa namin. When in fact, na-ibenta po namin na yun kay Raymond Ang. Nauna na po yun. Nung,
so ano sinabi nila? Kung hindi kayo pumayag.
ano yun natin ito, ibenta na natin ito sa kwan. Sabi ko, o sige, tingnan ko yung
So sorry, Mr. Chair, Mr. Bueno,
dokumento.
Mr. Bueno, you have to be very careful dun sa mga answers mo. If you cannot answer it correctly or properly, then consult your lawyer. Kasi nga po, noong 2008, niloko ka na nitong si Arellano Law Firm. Bakit recently sumama ka pa rin sa kanila para makipag-negotiate o makipag-usap? Eh niloko ka na, di ba? Niloko na kayo, o ba't pa kayo makipag-usap sa mga manloloko? Di ba,
Ang intention
natural
nga po
lamang,
noon,
sandali po,
ano,
naturalmente lamang po na kapag yung isang tao na niloko na tayo, huwag na tayong magtiwala sa kanila. Eh sumama ka pa rin sa attempt na magkaroon ng areglohan. You might want to answer that, Attorney Capuno.
Your Honor, in that regard, because the MCI went directly to the complainants, Your Honor, to the laborers. Regrettably, we were not made aware.
Were you the counsel? Kailan po kayo naging counsel nitong si
We
Mr.
were
Buena?
engaged, Your Honor, starting June last year, 2022, Your Honor.
2022. So, noong 2020, hindi po kayong
Not
counsel.
yet, Your Honor.
So, yung tinanggal niyo po, kasi sabi niyo po, niloko kayo ng Arellano Law Firm. Sino pong kinuha niyong abogado, Mr. Bueno? Meron bang kapalit na abogado kayong nilapitan, law firm?
Meron po.
Sino po yun?
Yun po yun si Attorney Vino
Attorney
Mendoza.
Mendoza?
Marami po kaming nakuha.
Okay, so meron ho ba kayong dokumentong pirmahan na kinukuha niyo po bilang retainer at abogado niyo itong si Attorney Mendoza?
po kaming file yan.
Okay.
Wala,
So,
hindi ko lang po
itong DMCI na si Attorney Mendoza ang bago naming counsel dahil itong si Attorney Arellano ay niloko kami.
Meron pa po kaming kinuha ng abogado si Attorney Mora.
Attorney
Raul Mora.
Mora, okay. Again, na-inform ho ba ang DMCI na si Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora are these two lawyers who will be representing us from now on after 2008?
Ano po yan?
Meron ho ba kayong mga dokumentong pinirmahan na kinukuha nyo bilang retainer nyo itong dalawang abogado and na-inform ho ba itong DMCI?
Attorney Capuno, i-guide mo na lang.
Meron. Okay. So, Attorney Gascon, so you were properly informed according to Mr. Bueno na si Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora ang kanilang bagong counsel. Pero bakit si Attorney Arellano pa rin ang palagi yung kinukonta? Parang nananagata kayo.
No, Your Honor. Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora, the one that they saying that they hired it, he is the lawyer of another claimant, Your Honor. That is the party that allegedly that they sold their right before.
Hindi, pero you were properly informed by...
No, Your Honor, we are not properly informed by that. Because during that time, it's always Attorney Arellano who are with.
Hindi nga, pero meron daw silang dokumento na nagpirmahan sila ni Attorney Mendoza at Attorney Mora.
We have no record, Your Honor.
Meron kayong dokumento? Attorney Capuno, you might want to help your client. Meron bang dokumento na showing na ang bagong abogado niyo na ay si Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora kapalit ni Attorney Arellano?
Meron po kaming file yan,
Meron.
Your Honor.
And you have that with you now?
Di ko lang po dala ngayon.
Okay.
Meron po
You might want to
silang
present it to us
entry of
next year.
appearance.
Okay.
At the same time nga po nung sila ay nag-file ng...
Teka muna. So meron po kayo, entry of appearance. So yun po ipinakita nyo sa kanila.
Opo.
Oh. Attorney Gascon, he said, she said na to. So magpapakita siya ng dokumento na meron siyang entry of appearance at kanino po presenta yung document na yun. Stating na may entry of appearance na sa amin itong sina Attorney Mendoza at Attorney Mora. Kanino po presenta yung dokumentong yun? Kanino niyo po binigay? Kanino niyo po pinakita? Sinumite?
Yun po ay na ano yun, dahil may entry of appearance. Tapos po, Your Honor,
Hindi, kanino niyo po binigay yung dokumentong yon sa DMCI? Sino doon sa DMCI ang binigyan niyo?
Sa kanila po kasi yung reply po, Your Honor, nung
Hindi, kanino nga po? Kanino? At kanino? Sino doon?
Yung sa DMCI po, meron po kaming kopya na ibinigay sa kanila.
Okay, so may receive copy.
Your Honor,
So, go ahead, Attorney Capullo. So, yung gusto ko naman i-clear. So, sabi niya, binigay sa DMCI, so dapat yung may receive. Diba? Yung parang ni-receive copy.
yes, Your Honor.
We have that kind of document, Attorney Capullo.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, if I may. Your Honor, in the usual practice, when a counsel enters its appearance in court, the parties are furnished a copy of the entry of appearance. That would serve as a notice to the party that a new counsel is representing the complainant.
Who is supposed to furnish that copy?
The counsel filing the entry of appearance, Your Honor.
So that is supposed to be Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora.
Yes, Your Honor. That
They
is
were
part of the records of the case, Your Honor.
Okay, so since they're not here, we cannot ask them. My question kasi sana, if meron tayong kopya ng dokumento na na-receive yung document na yon na telling the MCI na they are the new lawyers,
Yes, Your Honor.
you might wanna look for that.
We'll check the records, Your Honor.
Okay, kasi kapag merong ganong dokumento, then may problema na naman tong DMCI. Binaypas na naman nila yung mga abogado na totoo,
Your Honor,
na yun talaga ang
sorry.
legit.
Your Honor, if I may add on the discussion regarding the alleged settlement in year 2009, as mentioned earlier, if I may quote the portion of the decision of the Supreme Court, it stated there that, I quote, "The above cited statement demonstrates that the signatures of respondents were fraudulently placed in the said deed of redemption and quitclaim. Villamor A. Mostrales, open close parenthesis, Mostrales, the representative of their previous counsel, gave them 100,000 pesos in the guise that it was the proceeds of an open close to the insurance from a surety company, and they were made to sign blank pages with their names. However, before the LA, it was shown that it was Attorney Gascon, the lawyer of DMCI, who gave the money to Mostrales, believing that the latter was a lawyer. Evidently, the consent of the respondents was fraudulently secured in this said deed of redemption and quitclaim." These are the words of the Supreme Court, Your Honor. If earlier it was mentioned that there was a settlement made in year 2009, but the findings of the Supreme Court stated that it is not 1.9 million that was given to the respondents, but only 100,000 pesos only. And it was not as a settlement of the labor case, but only the proceeds of an insurance from a surety company, Your Honor. I'm just lifting the
Okay.
findings of the Supreme Court, Your
Now,
Honor.
Attorney Gascon, tell us, nagsisinungaling ba ang Supreme Court doon sa inisyu nilang statement?
That's the finding of the Supreme Court, but we filed, Your Honor, with that.
Sino mas paniniwalaan ko? Ikaw, Supreme Court. Sino ang dapat paniniwalaan ko? Sige, sumagot ka. Be careful with your answer.
Of course, Your Honor, it's the wordings of the Supreme Court. And
Exactly. There you go. Base sa sinabi ng wording sa Supreme Court, ikaw ay sinungaling. Sinasabi ninyo, dyan sa DMCI, na nagbayad kayo ng 1.9 million para sa lahat ng complainant. Pero ay, para areglo doon sa kanilang claim. Wala sabi ng Supreme Court, hindi, 100,000 naman binigay ninyo at niloko nyo pa. Hindi nyo sinabi ka-areglo, kundi, repeat it again, Attorney Gascon. The 100,000 is for?
I quote, sir, the 100,000 in the guise that it was the proceeds of an insurance from a surety company.
Insurance from a surety company. In the guise. See? Ibig sabihin, niloko nyo itong mga tao. You said 1.9 million. The Supreme Court said no. 100,000 lamang. You said the 1.9 is para pang areglo. The Supreme Court said no. Walang 1.9, merong 100,000 pero yun ay para sa insurance. In the guise na yun ay para sa insura at para sa surety. O sige, sabihin mo mali ang Supreme Court. Sige, subukan mo.
No, Your Honor, I'm not saying that the Supreme Court is wrong, Your Honor.
Very clear yung wording sa Supreme Court doon. Hindi naman, the Supreme Court will not come up with that kind of decision, with that kind of wordings doon sa dokumentong binabasa ni Mr. Capuno, without all the documentation presented to them, all the pieces of evidence. The Supreme Court did due diligence. It took them years before they come up with that kind of decision. Hindi katulad sa iyo, moro-moro ang decision mo, moro-moro yung mga pinagagawa mo. Kaya nga, yung buhay, kaya mo, yung patay, kaya mong buhayin.
Your Honor, the one that would distribute that is Mr. Mostrales, Your Honor. It's not. It's
No, let's talk about the Supreme Court decision. Yung wordings doon sa dokumento na galing sa Supreme Court. Nasabi mo, 1.9 million pesos pang areglo sa lahat ng complainant. Right? Sabi ng Supreme Court, it didn't happen. Kundi, 100,000 lamang. At yung 100,000, niloko nyo pa sila. Sinabi, yan ay para sa insurance. Yan ay para sa insurance at surety. Hindi areglo. Oh.
Attorney, excuse me, Senator Rafi. You filed an MR before the Supreme Court?
That's in the first division, Your Honor. We filed the MR, partial reconsideration, Your Honor, because the Supreme Court already gave a pronouncement that the 1/3 is
Ano decision yung binabasa mo? First Division, Attorney Capuno?
I'm reading the Supreme Court first division
Division.
decision,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
You filed an MR before the First Division.
partial
What
MR,
is
Your Honor.
has it been resolved? Not yet.
Not-
So it is most unlikely that they will not reverse their own decision. What if they deny your MR? What will happen?
Your Honor, if they deny the OMR, that's why recently we already, when the Supreme Court decision came that they are only entitled to 1/3, the complainant already, the because, Your Honor, came again to the MCI for settlement, Your Honor.
Binanggit mo yung MR, Mr. Gascon, motion for reconsideration. Doon po
Partial, Your Honor.
partial motion for reconsideration. Doon po sa naging desisyon ng Supreme Court. Ano yung mga bagong ebidensya isinumiti mo para sabihin sa Supreme Court na dapat pakikinggan kayo dahil nagsasabi kayo na totoo? Kasi ang sabi ng Supreme Court, 100,000 lamang. Ang sabi mo, 1.9. Ano yung mga dokumentong sinumiti mo para makorek? Kung meron man dapat i-correct doon sa desisyon ng Supreme Court.
I'm not the one who filed the
Well,
particulars,
but you're not the one who did file that, pero nasaan na yung MR ninyo? Ano mga naka-attach doon sa MR ninyo? Hindi naman pwede magpapadala ka ng MR nang walang attachments.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, we don't have the copy of the.
Oh. Alam mo, mag-hearing tayo at itong pag-uusapan natin, hindi mo dinala? Abogado ka, di ba? Pag pupunta ka sa korte sa isang hearing, pag may kaso ka,
Who filed
wala
the
ng dokumento.
MR?
It's our external counsel, Your Honor. It's
Huh?
our Law Office, Your Honor.
Not you?
Not me, Your Honor.
Why? I thought you're the lead counsel of the MCI.
We have our external counsel, Your Honor.
Pero kahit na, Mr. Chair, kahit na hindi sila nag-file, at least yung pinile ng counsel
Didn't
before,
they give you a copy of the
meron dapat sila.
MR?
Yes, Your Honor. It's in the office, Your Honor.
So nasaan na po yung MR?
Where it yun? It was in the. Unfortunately, it was not. But we will provide, Your Honor, if the.
I-provide mo yung MR ninyo, anong nakasaad doon, and then ano yung mga new information and pieces of evidence na prinsinta ninyo para
Para bumaliktad.
Yes, Your Honor.
kung meron man dapat may correct,
Yes, Your Honor.
di ba?
Yes.
Doon sa decision ng Supreme Court, it has been correct, it should be corrected because these are the documents we are presenting you stating na ito yung tama.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? Si
Okay, Senator Cheese.
Senator Cheese.
He's been waiting for
It's okay.
several minutes.
I was listening. Some preliminaries, Mr. Chairman, with the permission of Senator Tulfo. May I ask, Attorney Gascon, ano yung partially nire-reconsider nyo sa decision ng First Division?
Again, Your Honor, we raised with the Supreme Court their observation first that with regard to this pronouncement that
There was fraud.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what else?
Uh, we are answering, Your Honor, the observation of the Supreme Court about the fraud. We are explaining to them. We are, Your Honor.
Yung conduct nyo lang. Pero hindi nyo kina-question na may 1/3 supposedly.
Yes, Your Honor.
magagawa.
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you bring up the issue of the 1/3?
Uh,
Because throughout this time, even when you bought the interests of TLDC, you were presuming that you have the entire property. When did you bring up the fact that they own 1/3 and you own 2/3?
From the very start, Your Honor, when they're already claiming that the 1/6, we are already arguing that they are
What
not.
year?
Maybe around, Your Honor, 2009, Your Honor, 2009.
2009.
Yes, yes, sir.
Attorney Austria, thank you for coming. Mr. Austria, thank you for coming, sir. When was DMCA Project Development Incorporated? What year?
I believe it's around 1995. 1995.
When did you assume the interests of TLDC? And how?
Around 2000, year 2000 through a merger.
Year 2000. What was the process? You bought TLDC? Or was TLDC really owned by DMCI?
It was through a merger. It was through a merger, of the company.
Merger. Who owned TLDC before? Yun yung huli.
I'm not aware, Your Honor.
Sir, when?
I'm not aware.
Are the previous officers of TLDC still part of the MCI Projects Inc.,
Sorry,
Project Developers Inc.?
sorry, the merger was in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, it's not in our records right now who the owner is.
And I presume that the merger was done in pursuit of an interest of the MCI, correct?
Yes,
Some preliminaries again, Mr. Chairman. DMCI Project Developers Inc. is wholly owned by DMCI.
yes, DMCI Holdings Incorporated.
Wholly owns DMCI Holdings. The listed company wholly owns DMCI Project Developers Inc. Correct, sir?
100%. It's almost 100, well, nearly 100%, but not totally.
But hindi magiging 100%. Wholly owned na.
I
Hindi
think-
naman listed ang Project Developers Inc. Ang listed
No.
DMCI Holdings.
Correct, correct.
But the profits, income of the MCI Project Developers Inc. are all referred to the holdings company which is listed, correct, sir?
Correct.
No, sir. I asked the question because, Mr. Chairman, it was TLDC who bought the land from the Las Laxinas, which included the respondent in the labor case. 3 siblings, that's why they're basing their claim on the 1/3 because only one sibling had an unfavorable judgment from the NLRC. Now, sir, itong property to, katabi ba ito ng development ng DMCI o may katabing property na pag-aari ng DMCI? Itong kila Laksina.
Yes, katabi po.
Katabi?
Yes.
Katabi po o nasa gitna? Ng
Katabi po.
kasalukuyang development ninyo?
Katabi po. Katabi po.
It's not surrounded by DMCI properties that you own?
Well, there are other properties of DMCI around it.
Exactly. So, DMCI own properties surround the Laksina property.
Well, yes, well,
we
maraming
need
properties
to
around
get
it.
the map, sir. But
Hindi adjacent, but there are a lot of properties there
In this area.
in this.
I'm
that
just saying
area.
in this area, sir.
In that general area, yes.
So would it be rational and logical to assume that it is essential for DMCI to get this property, otherwise may isla ka sa gitna ng development mo? That's why you had a merger perhaps with
Yes,
TLDC.
yes, we continuously try to acquire properties around that area, no, so that we can increase the development areas. But then again, there are other properties that we cannot procure, no. So we leave it at that.
Mr. Chair, may we request from the Secretary to kindly request from the Assessor's Office in Taguig the location map in order to determine the location of the MCI properties in this particular area, as well as the TCT in question, which has two TCT numbers already. One in the name of the laborers and another one in the name of the MCI, which I presume contains the same technical description. Would that be correct? But andito rin, di ba? I can refer to the titles in the record. TCT number 25491 and your TCT number 12619. I presume it contains the same area, right? Right.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that we can see the whole picture, Mr. Chairman. Now, may I ask the Register of Deeds? The main reason why Senator Tulfo filed this resolution to inquire was because there was already a final and executory decision by the labor arbiter, later on the NLRC. In fact, one of the cases pending before the Supreme Court, if not finally resolved, was a case involving a consulta through the LRA. Sir, may I ask, were you the Register of Deeds when this point in question was brought up in consulta?
Good morning, Your Honor. I am not the RD at the time when the consulta was raised. I only assumed office last May 19, 2023. Sir, the consulta was raised in 2011.
Sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
may I ask, saan po kayo galing bago maging Register of Deeds? Doon din, di ba?
Sir, before po 2004, I was appointed acting deputy of Taguig, but I was transferred to Marikina in 2006, and then transferred again I was appointed RD of Mandaluyong in 2007, sir. But I assumed office of Mandaluyong in 2018 po, sir.
So you have extensive experience with being with the Register of Deeds.
Yes, Your
Right.
Honor.
Now, sir, can you explain to me why would the Register of Deeds deny the annotation of an entry of judgment and even bring it up on consulta, which I find, to say the least, weird?
Yes, sir. Sir, technically, sir, the RD, with due respect, sir, did not deny the annotation, sir, of the NLRC, but rather raise it in consulta on the powers of NLRC to order the transfer of the title. And another issue that was raised in that consulta was whether the whole property is involved in the transfer. Sir, kasi nga po nakita natin na sinasabi ang contention nga
Sir,
nila 1/3.
I agree, but on the first issue, whether or not the NLRC, what did you say, has the power, blah, 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 but the Register of Deeds of Taguig issued a certificate of title in the name of the laborers based on a ruling of the NLRC, on an award of the NLRC.
Sir, the RD did not yet issue the title in the name of the laborer, sir. It is still pending, sir.
Yung sale. No, sir. The sale was registered in TCT 25491.
Yes, sir. But under annotation, but the sale, sir, po, it pertains to the transfer to Taguig land, sir. Not yet to the laborer.
Dahil binenta nga noong 1995.
Yes po, sir.
Tama ba?
Yes, sir. So the annotation on title number
491.
25491, sir, the sale was annotated on June 30, 2009 on a December 29 document, sir, of a sale in favor of Taguig Land Development Corporation covering the said property, sir. Then subsequent title was issued which is the present title, is
In favor of the MCI?
not yet, sir. It's in favor of the Taguig Land Development Corporation, sir.
Mhm. That's TCT number 12619,
Yes, Your Honor.
correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, um, may I ask, where is your office?
Sir, in the 8th floor of SM Aura Office Tower, Taguig, sir.
Previous to that,
Sir, previous to
wala pa
that,
namang SM Aura nun eh.
yes, sir. Sir, the first office of the Taguig was in in Rizal, and then was transferred to the City Hall of Taguig. Then later on transferred to Bayani Road, and then to SM Aura.
Where in Bayani Road, sir?
Sir, along Bayani Road, sir, I do not have the exact address along Bayani Road, sir.
You have people there?
Sir,
When did you transfer to SM Aura?
we transferred in 2000, no. Between, sir, 15 or 14 or 15, sir.
And prior to that, can you ask your associate behind where the office of the Register of Deeds was located when it left City Hall?
Sir, they are not aware of the specific address, sir, in Manong Bayan.
Just to clear the air, may I ask the MCI if the Register of Deeds at any point in time leased a property from you for their offices? Not at all, sir? Just to make sure.
No, sir.
On the part of the Register of Deeds, sir, can you find out?
Yes, sir. I will look into the history of the rent, sir.
Now, going back to Attorney Austria, sir, according to Attorney Gascon, you began construction and development of the area, correct? Sinimulan nyo na, di ba? Ginagalaw nyo na yung lupang involved dito. That was
Yes.
that was his statement earlier, in the previous hearing. Can you confirm that, sir?
Yes.
You're already developing the entire property. Hindi lang yung mga nasa palibot, pati yung property in question.
Not the entire property po kasi part of the property lang kasi I believe the title involved is 1,600 1.6 hectares and it was owned by 3 people, no. So the
Three
one that's being
siblings.
claimed is 3 siblings. So 1/3 lang yung issue dito na kine-claim nung iba. nung
Yes, sir.
workers.
You're referring to the 1 point something hectares covered by TCT 12619. Correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And it is your testimony that you are already developing part of the lot covered by TCT 12619.
Yes.
Which part, sir?
Which part are we developing?
Yes.
It's a small part of the entire of that property, no? A very
Who
small.
decided which part you will already begin development in? I presume you.
Yes, upon the recommendation of our project development team, no, yes.
So, according to your lawyer, they themselves assume, that's why they did not seek a reconsideration anymore, that you bought only 2/3 and that the 1/3 pertains to Honorato Lacsina. And that is the subject matter of this long story, correct? Kaya nga
I believe-
nagbayad kayo ng ilang beses, di ba? Sa mga laborer, sa abogado.
I believe
dahil-
we bought the entire property po. The
Sir?
entire property, we bought the entire property, the entire one, but we didn't know that yung 1/3 pala is the subject of litigation.
Exactly, sir. If the 1/3 is the subject of litigation and the decision is not yet final, at least from your point of view, because you're still seeking a reconsideration from the laborer's point of view, they think it's final and the entire property belongs to them. At best, you have an inchoate share of 2/3 that is undisputed from your point of view,
Yes.
but still disputed insofar as the 1/3 portion is concerned.
Mhm.
So I asked Attorney Gascon earlier, why did you not seek partition? Who gave you the right to choose which area of the 1.6 hectares is your 2/3 and this is the 2/3 of the laborers? I don't quite get that. You're the ones seeking to file several petitions before the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeals, and wherever, which makes it impossible for the laborers to actually collect what is due them, and yet you're acting as if everything is yours already. I don't get
Well,
that, sir.
That's because there was a settlement way back in 2009. There was a settlement between the company, DMCI.
Sir,
the-
that is precisely the subject matter of litigation that you're seeking a reconsideration from.
Yes.
Again, why assume? What if you lose? What if you
Well,
lose? What will happen to your development? What will happen? What will be the effect to the listed company that is getting income from this particular corporation? What if you lose? I think it's too presumptuous for you to assume that you will win in the cases. That's why we're already developing. At the very least, prudence will dictate that you would slow down on the development, at least of this area, and proceed with the development of the other undisputed areas.
Well,
Would that be
we-
correct, sir?
Well, we didn't see anything irregular in it because there was a settlement, no, and
Sir, it is your belief that there is a settlement, but it is still the subject matter of litigation up to today. In fact, your lawyers just recently filed a motion for partial reconsideration precisely on that aspect, which called the actions of your lawyer, corporate counsel, fraudulent. So how can you assume that everything is okay when you yourselves filed a motion for reconsideration, which is an admission that the case is not yet final and executory?
well, I assumed it was all okay because the title was with us and I was not made aware of any particular risk related to the development.
So you were advised na done deal na to.
Yes.
And on your end, kahit may konting kusot, I'm not blaming you, sir. Meaning it's a risk
Yeah.
worth taking. I presume.
Well, I was not aware of any particular risk. Kasi yung staff namin, they go through the project details, no? And everything went through them. They said it's okay. So,
Sir, yung decision ng Supreme Court na nagre-reconsideration kayo stated that the deed of redemption on which you are relying your ownership of the 1/3 share is fraudulent. That's why you're seeking a reconsideration.
yes.
If
Yes,
you
sir.
lose in that reconsideration, di ba, sir?
Yeah.
E de, sasabihin 1/3 sa laborers pa dahil yung deed of redemption ng inaasahan nyo ay void and fraudulently executed. So, I will go back. Doesn't that put your company at risk? Developing, spending money already, getting permits, perhaps even already starting to sell. I don't know. I will ask that question later. And yet, may posibilidad na may isla nga equivalent to either 1/3 or the whole property na hindi ho inyo. At best, sir, you have an inchoate share in the property. Yun ang sure. From your point of view, you can be sure of that if you want to rely on the Supreme Court decision saying the laborers only have 1/3. At best, you have a 2/3 inchoate share over the subject property, but not a definite part of the property. So that is essentially the risk, sir, that you are facing. I'm not trying to apply as your attorney, sir, but your lawyer should have advised you in that way. Kaya
Yes.
nga nagre-reconsideration pa ho kayo eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did we invite HLURB? Are they here? No. Let's invite them again to ask. By the way, sir, are you selling already? Are you pre-selling already?
We have sold, yes, the
Sold?
properties, yes.
Subdivision ba to o condo?
These are condos, medium-rise condominium buildings.
Insofar as the development in the affected area is concerned, have you pre-sold units?
We have.
That's the reason, Mr. Chairman, why I wanted to invite HLURB because it will further complicate matters. Manganganak na naman ng panibagong kaso to. If ever ang ruling ng Supreme Court is adverse to your motion for reconsideration, or it will just mean you have to compromise with a higher amount because you cannot let go of your development anymore. But Ma'am Attorney Veronica, the reason why we invited you is although the MCI Project Developers Inc. is not a listed company, it's wholly owned by a listed company. What disclosures, if any, need to be done by a holding company in relation to, siyempre, I used to play stocks before, so you read the news, diba? You try to research on the company before you invest or buy stocks. What, if any, is the relation of any pending case with respect to disclosures to be made with the PSE of a listed company? Are all pending matters in litigation,
Disclosable.
should they all be divulged?
We have a materiality threshold, Your Honor. If a legal proceeding involves a subsidiary of a listed company and the claim amount is at least 10% of the listed company's total current assets, it has to be disclosed.
If it does not, it doesn't.
It doesn't. If it does not breach the materiality threshold.
10% of total?
Total current assets of the listed company.
What specific amount in real terms are we talking about with respect to the MCI?
With respect to the MCI, for example, I checked their total current assets as of December 31, 2022. It's around 144 billion. So the 10% of that would be the materiality threshold, which is around 14.
14 billion.
Yes, Your Honor.
In totality, not
In-
one particular. So 10 kaso pag tinotal, dapat mag-exceed ng 10% o isang kaso pag nag-total ng...
Each legal proceeding, Your Honor.
Each?
Each case.
Ma'am,
Yes.
paano kung less than 10% lahat pero 20 yun?
Uh,
What if you have a 2%, a case involving 2% of total, but there are 20?
20 different cases. It would
How
not
would
be, it would not be disclosable, Your Honor.
Shouldn't that be covered?
Well, aside from the 10% materiality threshold, in general, we have, if it has a material effect on the financial or economic condition of the listed company and it is expected to affect the investor's decision whether to buy, sell, or hold the security, then it would have to be disclosed also.
Ma'am, that I presume that's a difficult mathematical equation already.
Yes, but as a general guidance, Your Honor, we have a 10% materiality threshold.
Don't you think it's about time PSC revisits that rule insofar as being individually computed as 10%? So 10 cases at 10%, ubos na yung kumpanya. Diba? I mean, when will you know? You won't even know.
Yes.
Perhaps you can look at it both ways to protect the investors, not only on an individual basis, but
But then-
also in its totality insofar as pending litigation or cases is concerned.
We'll
Again,
look into
the
it, Your
best
Honor.
interest of the investor, not pertaining to the MCI in particular.
Yes, the aggregate basis. We can look into it, Your Honor.
The aggregate of the individual cases. Because the fact that it's material does not mean that something will affect the stock, right? That it will be delisted, that penalties will be imposed. All it means is that everyone is put on notice.
Yes.
But so that they enter it with eyes wide open, not eyes
disclosure.
wide shut. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chairman, can we invite again if there will be a next scheduled hearing, the HLURB insofar as the fact that they're selling already now?
Yes, COMSEC is directed to subpoena the officials of the SUD because they ignored our invitation. So next step is to issue a subpoena. If they don't appear in the next hearing, we will issue their warrant of arrest.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a few more points, Attorney Austria. So I presume that given that Attorney Gascon is our corporate counsel, you know of and approve of everything that was done by Attorney Gascon as our corporate counsel.
Not everything.
Now that you've been briefed already of its in its entirety.
Not everything. As I said, Attorney Gascon is reporting to the head of our legal department, which is Attorney Pasio, and so he does not
Head of the
report
legal department of what, sir?
of DMCI Project Developers Incorporated.
Is Attorney Gascon's title corporate counsel? Is he the corporate counsel?
He's a legal counsel.
I distinctly remember when we asked him when he was representing the MCA Property Developers Inc. that he is the corporate counsel. That's why I don't understand why there's a legal counsel on top of him.
Well, he is also a corporate counsel.
He's also the corporate counsel.
Hmm. Yes.
Does he sit in the board, sir?
No, sir.
He's not the corporate secretary.
No, sir.
Your legal counsel is the corporate secretary?
No, sir.
Iba pa yun?
Iba pa yun.
Iba pa yun? Now, with the indulgence of Senator Tulfo, just a few more points. Nung binili ng DMCI nag-merger ang DMCI at TLDC, the main reason for that merger was the property, right? Is TLDC a singular property company? O may iba pang properties na interesado ang DMCI kaya kayo nag-merger?
It's a corporation, but I'm not aware if it owns other properties.
No, sir, I'm sure by now you read the Supreme Court decision. Why did it take the MCI so long to register the supposed sale?
Problem kasi sir sa estate.
Way back in 1995 to TLDC?
There's a problem with the estate tax. The Laksina.
Wala magsabi. Can I ask Attorney Gascon to answer that?
He
Yeah.
already gave us his answer, sir, actually. He said that there were problems with respect to inheritance taxes that needed to be paid. But what were you told? Because, sir, again, if there are inheritance taxes due and owing to government, all they need to do is, you're in real estate, you know this. All they need to do is deduct it from the purchase price. In fact, if you were to buy yourself a piece of property, ima-minus mo na yung doc stamps, yung transfer taxes, di ba? Ma-minus mo na yung capital gains tax para ako na lahat, para sigurado mo re-register ko to. As experts in real property development, I find it odd, and the Supreme Court said so itself, that they find it odd that it was not registered until after 10, 15 years. Sir,
Well,
from your
the-
perspective,
the
why was it
property
not
of-
registered? Didn't you investigate? Di ka ba nagtaka? Kung na-register lang sana noon pa to, wala kayong sakit ng ulo eh. Di ba? Why did
So-
you not do it?
Well, to your first question, the property was fully paid already. No. That's why
Responsibility, sir.
it was the responsibility of the seller to take care of any taxes.
Sir, again,
Mhm.
you and I both know that it's common practice that the buyer usually takes care of everything to make sure. Now, you bought a piece of property from me and I did not pay the taxes. You can never consolidate your ownership. Shouldn't it be your lookout? Nabayaran na ako eh. Di problema nyo na yan, di ko babayaran yung tax. Habulin nyo ako kung gusto nyo akong habulin. As a real property developer, you don't do that. You don't leave it to chance. You don't let the buyer decide these matters and these things. You should exercise due diligence insofar as your dealings are concerned. So, in this particular instance, why was it not done? Bakit hinayaan niyo yung buyer mag-desisyon sa sarili niya ng 10 taon na hindi bayaran yun, bayad niyo na siya, and you cannot register the sale in your name? Sir, it took 11 years, nearly. The property was supposedly bought by TLDC in 1995. You registered the sale in 2009. Again, as the Supreme Court pointed out, a day after the deed of redemption was supposedly notarized by your corporate counsel. June 29, notarized yung deed of redemption. 2009, June 30, ni-register nyo yung deed of redemption at yourself. Why? Why did it take that long? I just want to understand, unless okay lang sa inyo yung ganung practice.
Right. Well, I was not aware of that at that time. No, there was that problem.
That there was that problem? Whose lookout is that? Sir, nag-develop na kayo ng property, ang dami nyo nang ginagastos, wala pala sa pangalan nyo yung titulo. I don't get that.
It was already in our name. That's
Sir?
the title. Nasa pangalan.
Previous
was
to that, it was not yet in your name. Previous to 09.
Wala pa, sir, sa
Pero
akin.
when we developed it, it was already in our name.
What year was that?
2015.
When you started the development?
Yes, Your Honor.
It was already in your name, although subject matter of litigation.
Mhm.
I yield, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Attorney Mr. Austria, for your patience and for your attendance in our hearing.
Thank you, Senator Cheese. Mr. Austria, can you confirm that using the falsified deed of redemption as a basis of ownership claim, the MCI filed a petition for certiorari before with the Court of Appeals, questioning the registration of the NLRC's entry of judgment?
Baka wala ka ng copy. Anong ulang?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Using the falsified deed of redemption, huh? Okay, can you confirm that using a falsified deed of redemption
So it was
as a basis of ownership claim, the MCI filed a complaint for quieting of title involving the subject property before the RTC of Pasig City to oppose the registration of the entry of judgment? Can you confirm that?
sorry, Senator. So at that time, it was not declared falsified, and
Or when did you know that it was falsified?
sorry.
When did you know that it was falsified?
Well, up to now, it's really actually not falsified. That's why there's a motion.
It was not falsified?
Sir, lumabas yung decision. Observation.
Uh, When?
Now,
It's only now that we got to know of the Supreme Court decision, observation that it's falsified, no, but it's actually.
But it was the Supreme Court who told, in its written decision that the deed of redemption is falsified. Am I correct?
Sandali. Sorry, can you repeat the question, sir?
It was, I believe it was written in the decision of the Supreme Court that the deed of redemption is falsified. Am I right? Am I correct?
Your Honor,
That is my understanding.
based on the findings of the Supreme Court, the labor arbiter issued an order nullifying the deed of redemption and certificate and the release and quit claim in an order dated January 4,
It was the NLRC, the
the labor arbiter, Your
That's
Honor.
not correct.
January
Okay.
4, 2011. DMCI filed the quieting of title on November 10, 2011. So the order came first, January 4, 2011, nullifying the deed of redemption.
Mhm.
And the quieting of title was filed November 10, 2011, Your Honor. So a period of 11 months, 10 months to 11 months, Your Honor.
Okay, can you confirm that the Supreme Court in its resolution dated March 22 of this year in GR number 235269 ruled that DMCI is guilty of committing forum shopping when it filed a complaint for quieting of title with the RTC and a petition for certiorari before the Court of Appeals? Can you confirm that?
Yes, it's a subject of an MR.
Can you confirm that in the same resolution, the Supreme Court ruled that DMCI instituted the petition for certiorari with the CA, with the Court of Appeals, and the quieting of title with the RTC to render ineffective the orders and resolutions of the labor arbiter and of the NLRC, which nullified DMCI's rights over the property? You agree?
Sandali lang, sir.
All right.
We made use of the legal remedies provided by law.
Excuse me?
We made use of the legal remedies provided by law.
You may.
Made use of, we used.
No,
the
no, no.
legal-
I was just asking, it's just answerable by yes or no. Can you confirm that the same resolution, in the same resolution that the Supreme Court ruled that the MCI instituted the petition for certiorari with the CA and the quieting of title with the RTC to render ineffective the orders and resolutions of the labor arbiter and the NLRC which nullified the MCI's rights over the property. So just answerable by yes or no. Simple question.
Yes, sir.
All right. So ibig sabihin, dahil sa mga walang basehang kaso na final ng DMCI, hindi nakuha ng mga manggagawa, yung mga laborers, ang naipanalo nila sa NLRC. Humigit kumulang 26 years na nakalipas. Kasi you affirmed all my questions. You answered in the affirmative. Di ba?
Yeah. Yes, sir. But
Dahil yung mga iba to, NLRC ruling with which is final and executory, Supreme Court ruling, decisions.
we have
Ano?
we have compensated po yung 5 of the 6 workers.
You have?
We have paid 5 of the 6 workers
Hindi,
recently.
alam mo, nagugulan ako Nag-merge na kayo ng DMCI at Taguig Land. Am I correct? Kung kayo ng owner ng property, why do you have to settle with them? Kayo ng owner, wala na kayo pakialam sa kanila.
When
Why do you have to settle with them, with the laborers?
Yun. Sorry. We wanted to settle with the workers so that we can go on in developing the property. So that there will be no more problems in the development, no? We settled. And it also,
Ako na may-ari ng lupa, kakausapin ko mo ba sila? Sila dapat kumausap sa akin. Di ba? Which is quite logical.
because of the annotation and because they always kept coming to us, no?
Ano?
They kept on coming to our office to ask for compensation, for settlement. No?
Again, yung settlement, yung sinasabi mong 1.9 million. Yun ba yun? Kaninang
Aside from
pinag-usapan?
that po, yung recently po, there's another settlement po.
What was this other settlement that you're talking about?
In front of the labor arbiter, there's another settlement.
When was this settled made?
September and October.
September of
September and October of this year.
this year. Who paid it? The MCI?
The MCI.
How much did the workers receive?
8.4 million.
8.4 million.
8.4 million. Oh, can you confirm, Attorney Capuno?
Your Honor, we're not certain about the amount they actually received, but I think that's the amount they disclosed before the labor arbiter, Your Honor. That was the topic of the query earlier, Your Honor, when DMCI went directly to the laborers for settlement without the participation of the lawyer, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Lillo compensated? No?
No, Your Honor, he did not participate. He testified earlier that he was invited to participate by the MCI, Your Honor. Your Honor, if I may add regarding the decision of the Supreme Court, the First Division's decision, if we're going to examine the dispositive portion of the decision, the Supreme Court, while it is the position of the MCI that the laborers are only entitled to the 1/3 portion of the property, the Supreme Court did not say that the MCI is entitled to 2/3. In fact, the decision of the Supreme Court is to reinstate the title under the name of the original owners, the Laxinas, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. So on that note, Your Honor, because of the findings of the Supreme Court that the 1995 deed of sale cannot be given any value because it was not annotated from the time they acquired it, and because of the deed of redemption executed in 2009 includes a participation of a laborer who is already dead, Your Honor.
So yung 1995 di in-execute na ng deed of sale, baliwala yon sabi ng
Binaliwala po siya kasi hindi po na-register doon sa title
Because
after more than 11
they
years.
did not annotate it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I correct?
Yes, Your
In
Honor.
that aspect?
Yun po yung unang sinabi nila, hindi po nila inannotate and it's beyond human experience why it took them so long to
What
register
was
that.
the reason why they did not annotate it?
According to them, Your Honor, as they testified, because of some estate tax issues, Your Honor.
Is that correct, Attorney Gascon?
Yes, Your Honor.
You did not annotate it
Yes, Your Honor.
because
During that time, Your Honor, it cannot be registered and annotated, Your Honor, because the Register of Deeds and the BIR asking for the certificate of registration for the payment of taxes, Your Honor.
But
so that was your lookout. Hindi nila kasalanan yun. Kasalanan niyo yun. The register.
Yes, Your Honor, but during that time, I'm sorry, I'm not yet connected with the MSI during that time, Your Honor. I don't know why it took 10 years or there, because when I came to know this title is already there, Your Honor.
Didn't you notify the previous legal counsel? Why didn't you ask him? Why did they not annotate it right away?
When I came there, Your Honor, the legal counsel are already not in the office, Your Honor.
All right. The MCI has acted as a third-party claimant on the subject property. Am I correct? Which is now a prime lot in the Acacia Estates. When was the DMCI and the Taguig Land merger effective? 19?
I guess, Your Honor, 1997.
1997.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the prevailing market price during that time?
Yeah, pardon, Your Honor.
What is the prevailing market price during that time?
I have no idea, but Your Honor, but I guess in the deed of absolute say it was purchased under 2,500 per square. I am not sure, Your Honor.
Right now, what is the prevailing price? Anybody of you?
In the BIR, Your Honor, in the BIR zonal valuation, Your Honor, I guess.
Mataas na, syempre.
Yes, Your Honor, around 20,000 per square.
40,000 only. Oh,
20, Your Honor.
20,000 only.
In the zonal valuation, Your Honor. I'm not sure, Your Honor, but it can, we will check in the, what you call this, in the BIR zonal valuation, Your Honor.
You already have erected structures there, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor, and the portion of 2,000 square meter, Your Honor.
2,000 square meters.
Yes.
Pending the resolution of the Supreme Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Correct. I just would like to echo some of the questions of Senator Cheese. Gumawa kayo ng structure, wala kayong kasiguruhan kung ano magiging desisyon ng Supreme Court. Tama ba ako? That is my understanding. I am not a lawyer. I'm just a layman here. Tama ba ako? You were too presumptuous and you were too confident na itong Supreme Court papabor sa inyo. Because you already erected some structures there in that property. Am I correct?
Well, that's the management, what you call this, Your Honor,
What
management.
if nga, just to echo again the question of Senator Cheese, the Supreme Court denies your motion for reconsideration. What will happen to the structures?
I have no idea. But if in case, Your Honor, the order of the Supreme Court is to what you call this, to settle, to pay or to give it to the landowner, of course we will abide with the ruling of the Supreme Court, Your Honor.
Well, because on my part, that is very risky because you've spent millions of pesos to erect these structures. How many percent has been ang natapos nyo na? Ano ba ginagawa nyo dito? Condominium?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ilang percent ng
I guess, Your Honor, it's already 100% completed.
100% already? Senator Rafi?
Anong pangalan ng project? Itong pinag-usapan natin, Mr.
Ivorywood Residences, Your Honor.
Ivory Residences. Ivory Residences.
Ivorywood, Your Honor.
Okay, Ivorywood. So, nung kinoconstruct nyo itong Ivorywood Residences, itong project na ito, Siyempre, kukuha kayo ng mga permit and licenses, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Appropriate permit and licenses. Alam nyo naman na it is under litigation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Paano yung nagawa ng paraan na nabigyan kayo ng permit at license?
We just submitted,
go
Your
ahead,
Honor, all the applications, Your Honor. Actually, in the title, in good faith, Your Honor, we put,
You've been using that word in good
sorry, sir. Sorry, Your Honor.
since last hearing.
Okay.
No, alam nyo na under litigation ito. And yet, pinilit nyo, sabi nga ni Senator Jinggoy, very presumptive kayo. Palagi. Alam nyo under litigation. Pinilit nyo pa rin na ituloy yung proyekto. Sana hindi mo na kayo nagpatayo ng structure. And then, ininforman nyo ba yung mga pinuntahan yung mga ahensya ng ating gobyerno para sabihin sa kanila, hoy, tagpulana, ito ay under litigation. However, kami po ay mag-apply ng permit at license na para magtayo kami ng high-rise condominium dyan sa Ivory Wood Residences.
Yes,
Were they informed?
yes, Your Honor. We,
At pumayag itong mga ahensya ito. Give me the names of those agencies.
in
na
the,
pumayag
in the
makipagsapatan sa
title,
inyo. Give me the names right now. I need the names of those people na sinabi nyo na ito ay under litigation, pero kami nagbabakasakali, bigyan nyo kami ng permit at license na para maituloy itong project. Give me the names of those people.
I'm not the one who applied, Your Honor, the application for the permits, Your Honor. I'm not privy to the.
So therefore, hindi nyo sinabi. Dalawa lang, it's either sinabi nyo sa kanila na under litigation itong lupang ito,
It's in the title, Your Honor. We filed annotation in the title that there is a pending litigation, Your Honor,
Okay.
dispendence.
then give me those people na nag-approve pa ng inyong lisensya at ng inyong permit, those agencies, government agencies na inuprobahan na despite the fact they know better na ito ay under litigation, dapat hindi muna.
I don't know, Your Honor, who because I have said I'm not the one who applied the permits, Your Honor. It's in 2009, Your Honor. I don't know. I am not in the one.
Dahil nga dyan sa inyong padalos-dalos na yan, there's this big possibility na itong mga nakabili na ng mga unit dyan sa Ivory Wood Residences, magmumukhang kawawa, magiging homeless, mawawala. You see? You know that, right? Sabi nga ni Senator Jinggoy, ano kung dumating yung time, sinabi ng Supreme Court Finance Executory, wala ng MR-MR, panalo na sila. Oh, paano yun? Paano yun yung mga nakapagbayad na sa inyo? Ang gagawin nyo, i-refund nyo yun.
Just to interject, Senator Rafi, sinabi niya it was already 100% finished, the project, the Ivory Residences, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Benta na pa kayo mga unit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ilan percent na yung nabentahan ninyo? Is it
100%.
almost occupied? Fully
It's
occupied?
occupied. It's fully occupied.
Fully occupied.
Mm.
Parang, kasi sa akin parang ang lakas-lakas naman loob nyo na nagpatayo kayo ng structure, ng condominium, nagbenta kayo, nag-pre-sell kayo, probably nag-pre-selling pa kayo noong araw. Tapos ngayon, you admitted that it has already been sold. Every unit has already been sold. Sabi nga, pagka sinabi ng Supreme Court, hindi kayo pinanigan, kinatigan.
Yes.
What will happen to the buyers of these units that you have sold to them?
So, sige po. First of all po, I was not aware na may problema yung
Didn't you
settlement,
didn't you inform these clients of yours or the buyers of yours that this land is still undisputed, is still disputed? Didn't you inform them? Ako, gusto ko bumili ng unit. Oy, ganda nito. Hindi mo ba ako sasabihan na, oh, ito may problema pa itong lupang to, ha? So I'm aware. As a buyer, I am aware.
Actually po, the development is maybe around more than 3 hectares po. And then this particular property is at the edge of that entire development. No, opo.
This is still a disputed property before the Supreme Court. Correct?
Yes,
Oh.
Your Honor.
Didn't you I was just asking, very elementary lang naman yung question ko eh. Did you not notify the buyers of your units that may problema that this land is still disputed before the Supreme Court, na may kaso pa? Kasi kung sasabihan mo ko, hindi ako bibili, matatakot ako.
Mhm.
Di ba? So, parang niloko nyo itong mga buyers mo ng units. Eh, pagka sinabi ng Korte Suprema, talo kayo, o paano? Paano yung unit ko? Palalayasin nyo kami ron. Siyempre, talo kayo eh. Oo. Sobra naman, you're too presumptuous, to say the least.
Kasingitin, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, please.
Attorney Gascon, on our next hearing, I want those people from the different agencies that gave you the permit and licenses to go ahead with the project, that gave you the go signal na ituloy yung project, despite the fact that they knew na ito ay under litigation. I want them here in the next hearing, and Mr. Chair, under oath, let's put them under oath and let them talk. Produce those people. Kasi sabi mo, nandun sa annotation, alam nila under litigation and yet pinayagan pa rin na bigyan ng green light ang proyektong yan na dapat hindi.
I think Your Honor, yeah, okay, Your Honor.
Then produce those people here
Yes,
sa
Your Honor.
next hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you agree with me, dapat hindi kayo nabigyan ng permit. Kasi nga, it's being contested because it's under litigation at Supreme Court pa ang nag-handle ng kaso. Bilang paggalang na sana sa Korte Suprema, dapat hindi mo na ginalaw. Hindi mo na kayo binigyan ng permit. Pero nagpumilit na magbigay ng permit itong mga agency na ito at kung sino yung mga Poncio Pilato dyan, may kalalagyan sila rito.
The COMSEC is instructed to invite all those persons mentioned by Senator Raffy Tulfo. Yes?
My comment is, I think our lawyers thought that the risk
please
was
talk
very,
louder?
very small. That the risk was very small, considering that there was a settlement. No? So the
The
Supreme
risk
Court,
is very small,
because there was a settlement. Pumayag
even
yung-
though there was a settlement, but the ultimate decision will still be the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Diba? What if?
I think our
Going back to my previous question, what if the Supreme Court
we
denies you?
we never anticipated that, Your Honor, because
Huh?
we did not anticipate that because we
Okay,
thought that the
okay. One last question. Kung nagbebenta na kayo, paano nyo matatransfer yung sa mga buyers yung titulo? Ha? Yung hindi naman nakapangalan sa DMCI.
Not-
How? This is still a disputed area, a disputed land. You started erecting structures, and in fact, it is already 100%, and you started pre-selling or selling the condo units. How can you transfer the title to the buyers? Kung
transfer naman po.
ganun lang kasimple. Bumili ako ng unit mo.
Mhm.
Oh, bili ako ng 1 milyon. Kunwari, 1 million worth ng unit mo. Binigyan ko ng 1 milyon. Paano yung titulo ko?
Meron naman pong titulo na transfer po.
Ha?
There was the titles
Is it
were
under
transferred. Sorry.
Is it under the name of the DMCI, the property?
Yes, Your Honor.
But this is still disputed. Paano ka? Meron na ba kayo in-issue na titulo sa mga buyers?
Yes, Your Honor. Kasi karamihan po ng building, hindi naman po sakop ng disputed property.
What is the disputed property? Hindi,
Kasi malaki po yung property eh. And nandito lang siya sa bandang boundary. So, 2,000 square meters yung disputed out of a total of, I think, around 3 hectares po.
so doon sa disputed area, wala kayo.
Merong tinamaan na isang building out of siguro out of around 10 buildings.
Natatawa ko sa sarili ko. Alam mo, I'm sorry, I have to use this term kasi wala akong maisip na term para i-describe itong ginawa nyo. Tanga kayo. Totoo, tanga. Itong attorney, you're an attorney, tanga ka. Or sorry, the company that you represent is tanga, pati ikaw tanga. Nakipag-areglo kayo sa inyong mga complainant nang wala pang final para sa inyo decision sa Supreme Court. Tama? Naka-MR kayo. Gumugulong yung kaso sa Supreme Court. Pinayaran nyo sila. Dumating yung time, sinabi ng Supreme Court, ito yung desisyon namin na dapat ito yung amount na pupunta o ito yung mga proper na punta. Baliwala yung aregluhan ninyo. Alam mo yan. Hindi i-honor ng Supreme Court yan. At pwede silang bumaliktad. Sabihin nila, sundin natin Supreme Court. Yung pinirma namin yan, null and void yan. Doon kami sa Supreme Court decision. Kung gusto nyo, kung magkano binigay nyo, 100 million, nakalagay Supreme Court, 1 billion, punuan yung diferensya. Wala kayong magagawa. Kasi susundin talaga kung anong desisyon ng Supreme Court, right? Tara kayo. Pwede kayong baliktarin yan. Hindi kayo nag-iisip. Nagpadalos-dalos kayo. Dapat kung aregluan man, doon pa lamang sa NLRC, nakipag-areglo na kayo. Hindi nyo sa pinabot sa Supreme Court. Dahil pag nakarating sa Supreme Court, it's a point of no return. You cross the Rubicon. Hindi na pwedeng bumalik. So ang ginawa nyo, inareglo nyo sila. Thinking na tapos na. Hindi. Ang problema nyo talaga sa Supreme Court na. Nag-guess nyo, sir? Sasabihin ng Supreme Court, ito yung desisyon namin. Salugat doon sa inyong aregluhan. Do you agree? Na pwedeng sabihin ng mga complainant, yung binigay nyo areglo, wala yan. Sundin natin Supreme Court, kahit na may pirmahan tayo, doon tayo sa Supreme Court decision. Wala kayong magagawa, tama? O, di ba katangahan yan? Tulad sa ginawa mong katangahan na patay pinapirma mo, kahit na wala sa presence mo, umayag ka, pumirma ka doon sa dinotarize mo na dokumento na he and she was there when in fact they weren't there. Katangahan. Ang daming katangahan na nangyari dito. I've been observing since the first hearing. Ang daming lapses, and these lapses are glaring. Plain and simple katangahan. Ano ba to? Dahil masyadong greedy kayo diyan sa DMCI. Maybe not you. You're just a lawyer. Maybe it's Mr. Austria. Who owns DMCI, sir?
It's DMCI Holdings owns almost 100% of DMCI project
And
developers.
who are these people that owns
It's a
DMCI?
publicly listed company po. And so there are plenty.
Why are you evading the question of Senator Tulfo? Who are the owners? Mention the names.
Ang majority owner is the Consuni family, but then again, there are plenty of other shareholders because of it being a publicly
Maybe
listed company.
it's about time na magkaroon kayo ng reorganization sa inyong company, sir. I'm serious about this. Kailangan magkaroon ka ng reorganization dahil hindi tama yung mga ginagawa ninyo, mga polisiya, yung mga sinusunod yung polisiya, yung mga protocol hindi nasusunod, nagpapawara-wara kayo, padalos-dalos tulad nito. Di ba? Again, dalawang tatamaan dito. Una, yari kayo dito kapag nag-decide ng Supreme Court in favor of the complainant, yung naibigay yung areglo, mababaliwala yun, sisingil ulit kayo ng complainant, pwede kayong balikan. Kung susulan to ng mga abogado nila, bago, hoy, baliwala yung areglohan na yan, balikan natin sila. Makisaw-saw tayo doon sa desisyon ng Supreme Court. Pangalawa, kawawa yung mga buyers ninyo. Sabi niya 100% nabayaran, nakapagbayad na. Anong gagawin nyo doon? Kung meron Supreme Court rulings. How much? Magkano po? My question now is, magkano na yung halaga ng natanggap ninyo mula sa mga buyers? Ilang units ho ba ito are we talking about? Ilang condominium units?
161 units ang affected, Your Honor.
161 units. Magkano to more or less? Yung 160. Sabi niyo kasi nakapagbayad na eh. Yung average na lang kasi Mr. Chair, meron yung siguro yung two bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, meron yung studio, pero
Two-story to, o bungalow lang.
7-story.
5-story, Your Honor.
Five.
Five.
5-story.
And then how many,
Units are affected are 161 units, Your Honor.
mga magkano to sa 161 units?
I have
Mga around 3 million siguro each.
3 million each, so times 161. Your Honor.
Regardless of how many bedrooms?
It's only two bedrooms, Your Honor. I think
Uniform?
there are 3 bed
Uniform or 2 bedrooms?
average, Your Honor, 2 bedrooms.
Average of 2. So may
Yes.
studio type, may 3 bedrooms.
We don't have studio type in that unit, Your Honor.
So maximum is, minimum is 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
Maximum is
Maybe around 3.
3 bedrooms.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you're selling it at an average of 3 million.
Almost all po ay 2-bedroom.
Excuse me?
Almost all are 2-bedroom units.
Yes, those
Konti
3
lang.
million, 161.
483.
Huh?
483.
So that's 483 million.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you know that is possible na kailangan yung ibalik doon sa mga landowners, yung mga unit owners. And meron pa kayong disgrasya na pwede kayong balikan at idemanda. Kasi hindi kayo naging truthful sa kanila. Tulad sinabi ni Senator Jinggoy na kung sinabi niya na, open for selling na kami pero may kaso to, under litigation to. Alam nyo, baka hindi lang 483 million ang mayayari sa inyo. Baka billions and billions of pesos sa lawsuit. Kasi meron dyan iba. Sabihin, hindi, niloko nyo kami, lilipat pa kami, ang dami pang abala. Ididemanda ko kayo. I don't want my money back. I want something else. I'll file a lawsuit. So from 482 million, pwedeng tumaas pa yan ng 1 billion, 2 billion, who knows? Plus yung desisyon pa ng Supreme Court, bankrupt kayo. Dahil sa kanyang katangahan. So Mr. Chair, next hearing, I would like to see those people.
Yes,
na-
we will conduct the next hearing either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Depends on the availability of the committee rooms. And I expect your attendance again on next week, including those that were mentioned by Senators Escudero and Tulfo. The persons mentioned, especially the representatives of DSUD. Again, I would like to state for the record, if they do not show up next hearing, you will issue right now a subpoena, am I correct? If they don't show up next hearing, we will issue a warrant of arrest. All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing is hereby suspended.